different. I have packed this shoebox with little gifts in hopes this will make your Christmas brighter. I understand the war has almost ended, and I am very happy. And I know you are too. I don't know much about the war and the trouble you have because of it, but I do know that a lot of kids like me are hoping this little box will make a difference.
Some crayon.
I put this because it represents Calgary and it's for the Barbie doll, and I thought that would brighten up their Christmas.
I think that when they get it, they'd be happy, very happy that they get at least something for them.
I think about the person that I'd give it to and the person that would get it, but I don't know who's gonna get it.
I thought of how I would feel if I was over in that country.
I thought about the children in Bosnia who don't have Santa Claus like we do.
In late November and early December, thousands of southern Alberta children joined hundreds of thousands of others in our country, the U.S., Britain, and Holland, in packing shoe boxes with gifts for kids in some of the most desperately needy areas of the world. The week before Christmas, Channel 3 News photographer Kevin Green and I accompanied Operation Christmas Child to Bosnia and Croatia for the distribution of these little boxes of love and hope.
I got them a ring and a necklace, and they have angels on them, and angels are very important to Christmas.
In the next half hour, we'll follow shoeboxes from the hands of children in Calgary to the hands of youngsters in those war-ravaged countries. You'll see how the hand of a child can provide hope where there has been nothing but hatred and despair for 4.5 long years. Night after night, for 4.5 years, we told you about the horrors of the war in this country. We brought you its images, but looking at it all now, nothing could fully describe the horrors of what I see here. The lives lost, the families blown apart, hundreds and hundreds of homes destroyed by bombing. And this is why Operation Christmas Child has come to this area to try to brighten the lives, if even briefly, of the many, many children whose lives have been torn apart by this horrible war. When the Federation of Yugoslavia disintegrated in the late 1980s, animosities that go back centuries resurfaced, and 3 of the partners in the former Yugoslavia began fighting. By 1991, the conflicts had developed into a full-scale war, or 2 wars actually. The Serbs against the Croatians and Serbs against Bosnians. The devastation in Bosnia and parts of Croatia is incredible. Entire towns destroyed. Each of these bombed-out buildings was once the home of a family, or a place of business, or a school, or a church. At one time, 90% of the casualties of wars were fighting men. But in Bosnia and Croatia, civilians were the real victims, especially the children. Thousands were killed or wounded. Many thousands lost at least one parent. Hundreds of thousands of children now live as refugees, forced from the areas where they were born because their homes were destroyed, or because they were Bosnians or Croatians living in a Serbian district, or Serbs living among Bosnians or Croatians. It's been said that one of the most traumatic and tragic aspects of being in the midst of a war is the feeling that you've been forgotten, that the rest of the world doesn't care. The international relief agency Samaritan's Purse has seen this despair in many war-ravaged countries around the world. A few years ago, it was approached by a small British charity called Operation Christmas Child, which had been getting school children in England to fill shoeboxes with gifts for children in Romania. Samaritan's Purse saw how the hand of a child could reassure a child living in such desperate circumstances that someone does care. 1995 saw the completion of a full merger between OCC and Samaritan's Purse. This past Christmas season, 800,000 shoeboxes from the hands of children in the participating countries went to kids living in some of the most desperate circumstances in the world. The war-ravaged little country of Bosnia has thousands of refugees. Many are in Bihać, which is where the Operation Christmas Child distribution blitz in Bosnia began. This area was under siege constantly in the past 4 years, even though it was supposed to be a safe area for the Muslim population. In some of the schools here, 80% of the children lost at least one parent in the war. The arrival of Operation Christmas Child brought smiles to many of these faces for the first time in a long time.
I collect Polly Pockets, and so the girl down in Bosnia who gets my stuff might like some Polly Pockets.
But it isn't just the receiving child that benefits. The child from whose hand the shoebox came learns the truth in the adage that there is greater blessing in giving than receiving.
This might be really important to them.
I think above everything, it gives them a lot of understanding and it helps them appreciate what it is they do have. And especially at this time of year, I think it's really, really important to count their blessings and know that there's always a lot of people less well off than they are.
Paper and felts and pencils, because I like to draw, so I thought they would like to draw.
While Operation Christmas Child has become very big, it all begins in a small way. A child in Calgary packs a shoebox with things she or he would appreciate receiving.
I use a lot of pairs of gloves, and gloves keep you warm in the winter.
And of course, with a lot of love. The box, along with others from the same school, goes to the Operation Christmas Child warehouse in South Calgary. There, it joins thousands of shoeboxes from across Canada. Volunteers go through all those boxes, making sure there are no war toys or other inappropriate items inside.
Oh, aren't you adorable?
Each box is then sealed and awaits an exciting journey to a needy child far away.
This box is just out of this world. It's just so perfect.
Right on schedule, the world's largest commercial transport plane arrives at the Calgary airport to load up 80,000 boxes, 85 tons of love and hope. Five of the massive Antonov 124s converge on Stansted, England from Canada, the US, Holland, and the United Kingdom. From there, they fan out to Amman, Jordan, Kigali, Rwanda, and Zagreb, Croatia. Zagreb is the headquarters for distribution to schools, refugee camps, hospitals, and orphanages in war-ravaged Croatia and Bosnia. Early each morning during the distribution blitz, trucks belonging to Samaritan's Purse hit the road to make sure the boxes are where they're needed that day.
I can't guarantee that it's a light one. That's sort of medium weight.
A few hours later, van loads of volunteers and Samaritan's Purse staff members head out to perform the rewarding job of distributing the boxes. For such a huge operation, things go amazingly smoothly. But every once in a while, one school gets too many boxes, and a nearby one doesn't have any when they're needed. So the Operation Christmas Child Caravan goes to work, with help from the junior high boys in the overstocked school. One of those involved in coordinating the distribution blitz in Bosnia and Croatia is Jack Norman, a Calgary public school teacher who is in the second year of a leave from his job to work with Samaritan's Purse.
This is the best welcome we've had yet, so tell them thank you for the wonderful welcome.
And it's been really exciting for me this year. I've been at the schools presenting to the children, telling them how to pack their shoe boxes. I was at the warehouse, watched hundreds and hundreds of volunteers come in tirelessly, put the shoe box together, get them ready, and then to be here on the receiving end and see the final product, it's incredible.
When we come back, we'll see the results of all this work, and we'll see the hope that can come from the hand of a child. The schools in many Bosnian communities like Bihać and nearby Bosanska Krupa have no heat, no electricity, and no running water. The economy is so shattered that the teachers haven't been paid in over a year, but they refuse to abandon the children, so they keep on teaching and live on international relief. As for the children, when Operation Christmas Child arrives with its entertainers and its gifts from kids far away, there is laughter and excitement, something their sad young lives have lacked for a long time. Then it's time for distribution of the shoe boxes, lovingly and thoughtfully packed in Calgary and many other communities.
Dear friend, my name is Talia Beth Birnbaum. I live in Calgary, Alberta. I am in grade 4 at the school up the block. My sister is the one in the green. Her name is Piper Leanne. I hope you have a good Christmas this year and that we can be new friends. That is why I am sending you a friendship bracelet, your pal Tal.
And gratefully received by kids who haven't had a gift in years.
This is the first time since the beginning of the war that my children have been able to get a present at Christmas.
I'm an only child in my family. I have lots of friends at school, and I hope to be a friend with you.
Of all the things the boxes contain, what gets the most attention are the pictures of the children that sent these little packages of hope and love. packages that serve as a reminder to the kids in this war-ravaged country that they haven't been forgotten.
After 4 years of being isolated by the war, it's really a very special occasion for the children to get some presents from people all around the world, because it lets them know that somebody is thinking of them.
There's a very definite Calgary connection in this story. Several of the sponsors of Operation Christmas Child have come along and have become very involved in the distribution of the shoeboxes here.
I represent the independent card shops across Western Canada that got involved, and it worked out great for everybody. I'm sure the card shops at home are real happy with the way things worked out. I'm sure you know it's not tough to get involved. What a good time. I'm real disappointed that we're going to be going home here pretty soon. Had a lot of fun.
Well, it's a tremendous experience. It's very fitting, I think, that it's children that are giving gifts to children. One of the other things that I find is that the giving of gifts doesn't have anything to do with political or religious boundaries. It's a good time of the year.
I think some of the most moving moments aren't in the hustle and bustle of the gift distribution. Things happen very quickly and the children are excited. It's in the still quiet moments when you get talking to a teacher, a child, a parent, and you hear the stories of all these children that appear so happy. That's when it's really heart-wrenching when you realize what they've been through. Here are children who suffered greatly again and are so excited to just hear that someone loves them because they've seen hatred and violence and bloodshed, and this is the opposite end.
These were once the homes of families, of children. The children that played in the yards, that went to school in this neighborhood, are now scattered to refugee camps around the country. But Operation Christmas Child has seen to it that all of them have received a shoebox filled with love from kids in many parts of the world. But it isn't only to Bosnia and Croatia that Operation Christmas Child has come. There are still thousands of refugee children in Rwanda as a result of the vicious civil war which tore that country apart 2 years ago. Operation Christmas Child sent a plane load of shoeboxes there. Much of the distribution in the Rwandan capital of Kigali and surrounding area was done by the British group that began Operation Christmas Child. The Middle East is at peace now, but there are some extremely needy areas in that part of the world, so it too got a visit from Operation Christmas Child. The distribution team there was headed by Rolly Lang, a Calgary lawyer who now works full-time as a volunteer with Samaritan's Purse Canada.
We went out to Bedouin villages and Bedouin tribes' tents in the desert and participated in distributions both in their communities and in their schools. It was just a blockbuster success to see not only the generosity of the people giving gifts here, but to see the breadth of the distribution that we were able to cover this year is a tremendously satisfying feeling.
And like they probably can't give their parents like a little thing, so they might be able to give their parents that little candle. I thought this picture would be good because they could kind of get an idea of what I look like. My letter says, "Dear friend, I have packed this shoebox with little gifts in hopes this will make your Christmas brighter."
Ja nosim naočale, imam plavu kosu, isto kao ti.
at the oldest Catholic church in Bosnia-Herzegovina. They're celebrating Christmas in peace for the first time in 5 years. But we found with Operation Christmas Child that the meaning of Christmas transcends religious and cultural boundaries.
The peace is being enforced by troops from many nations, but it may ultimately be the children who determine whether there's lasting peace. We leave you with these images of the children from whose hands that peace must come.
I like to be able to help people, and it was just fun thinking of what they might like to see when they open the box.
Ružica. 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 Gledaj šta si ti dobro. Vidi u tebe. Vidi.
I hope that they like it, and I hope that they have fun with it and they can have a Merry Christmas and share it with their friends.
A lot of kids don't get Christmas, and it's all because of just some people. They do war, and it's just not right, and I think that this box will make their Christmas a whole lot brighter.
It would be kind of nice to receive something on Christmas if you're in somewhere that just doesn't have that enough stuff or enough money or anything to buy anything for Christmas. It'd be nice to get something. Well, I would feel good if I got something like this.
I want to send over something to make them feel a bit happier.
It lets them know that there are some people who do care. When the kids get our boxes when they grow up, that they will have peace instead of war.